Morning, sir. So
Good morning.
nice to have you, sir. So nice to have you, and it's really amazing that I could connect with you in this beautiful day of Purnima, that is Rakhi Raksha Bandhan today. And thank you for taking out time and connecting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for getting me here. I think that's important. I think, in my opinion, the person who becomes the channel for letting the knowledge and letting the thoughts go across people is more important than the source of knowledge or learning or whatever itself. So I think you are playing a bigger and better role. So thank you so much, and congratulations for having started your podcast channel, because I think through this you are going to become the conduit for masses to get across something which is the essence of lessons of life, which I'm pretty sure if people act upon, they're going to change their life forever for all the best of reasons. So great, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's wonderful to have you. Well, for the viewers, this is an amazing opportunity wherein we learn from Arun sir. And formally, yes, let me put it together in the as an introduction for the listeners and the viewers that Mr. Arun Singh, he comes with 23 years of rich HR experience and has worked in lot of corporates. Currently, he works with a German-based MNC, and he is a mechanical engineering graduate from Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi, Mesra, Ranchi, and also executive diploma in the general management from XLRI Jamshedpur. So a very rich experience and education background. Currently, he is based at Pune, and yes, into a very impacting role, which is into transformation people, into coaching and training a lot of people through his reading, writing, recording skills. And the amazing thing which I look forward to every day in the morning is inspirational videos from Sir. So a Transformed by You, Arun channel is there on YouTube, which is amazing life lessons from each and everything which you come across. So welcome once again, Arun sir,
Thank
and
you.
this is amazing. This is amazing to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great, Vijeta. So yes, so I'm on the journey. I'll say that I'm on the journey of transforming people. I'm yet not there, but I'm running. I'm not walking, I'm running. And one simple example could be that today, despite today being a holiday, it's a holiday in our organization. I'm working, as you said, in a multinational, but then be it Saturday, be it Sundays, be it early morning hours, be it late evening hours, I'm always there for people to get to be spoken to people, to make videos, to read, to write, and to do something which will help me in spreading my message across people. For example, coming back to the point which I wanted to bring to the notice of people, it's a very small thing, but still it's not. So today, despite being a holiday, I still got up at 5:30 and I have done my morning rituals before coming for this podcast. Whereas the same Arun Singh till a few years ago used to wake up on Saturday, Sunday, as well as on holidays by 9 o'clock, by 9:30 used to have a cup of tea, and then used to get into thinking of how to spend the next day, how to spend the Monday, how to keep positive while being surrounded by the challenging negative situations which everybody is exposed to, right?
Yes, sir.
You
True.
open a TV channel, you hear you watch the news of Sushant Singh, one of the most energetic guys, and then what has happened, people know. You open a newspaper, you'll find something similar to that. You go to WhatsApp, there are people who are surrounding, who are spreading messages related to COVID-19, related to Sushant, related to the, two groups clashing against each other. It's like dog fight. This is the world. This is
Right.
the world in which we're living. It's very important for us to just take a pause and, for example, do something which I did today morning, which I think I'm pretty sure you also are doing. Many of mentees with whom I have spent time, they are also doing. So what is that? That is to spend some time in the morning with ourselves. Take a deep breath, think about the direction of life, talk about our goals, write our goals, and then remind ourselves about the purpose with which we are going to spend our each day.
Yes.
And that is what is going to make us the channel of spreading positivity. Because if there are 95 people who are spreading negativity, all that you need is just maybe 2 or 3 or maybe 5% of people who are there to counter this negativity through the some shine in terms of thought, some action. So as I keep on telling people, that all that we require, all that any person, any viewer of this podcast channel, and once again, congratulations for having started this, all that people are required to do is to counter this negativity which is surrounding them, is just to have one coach, one Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and they are going to win over this battlefield. And they are certainly going to attain all the goals of their life, despite the battlefield being surrounded by 99% of 97% of people who might be coming from Kauravas, coming with Kauravas mindset. All that they require is just one person to tell you the truth, to show you the path, and all that you are supposed to do is to just go on walking on that path with full belief and self-confidence. Life will change.
Wow.
And before we start, let me just share another thing is that all that our people are supposed to do is to just take one action. We're going to talk about lots and lots of things today, I think.
Right.
But even if they take just one action in word and spirit, they're going to take that action every single day. I'm pretty sure that their life is going to take a different, better turn going forward from today, from this moment onwards. So great. Yeah.
That is so amazing. That is, I really liked where you quoted that, yes, only one Krishna in the Kurukshetra battlefield is required.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Actually, people get dismayed, they get discouraged while looking at hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people on media around, surrounding them in the city, in the country, in the world, talking about all that is making them get more confused about their goals. But they
Right.
have to know that most of these people who are talking about things which they are talking about, they do not have goals in their life. And that's the reason I can tell you today, despite being a holiday, most of the people are going to spend their time while looking at WhatsApp messages, and just they're going to kill their time. I mean, that is something, though I'm saying this with a smile, but I think, there is a serious need for us to get these people into the right direction. Of course, we are only going to share our thoughts with them. The path has to be trodden by them, but
Yes.
it's possible to transform the lives of millions of people, and that is one purpose which keeps me smiling.
That's really amazing. That's really amazing.
Monday morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I would request you to just take us through your little bit of childhood days and your learning phases of life.
See, I can tell you one thing that today I'm 45, and all that I'm practicing today, all that I won't say preaching, all that I'm sharing with my mentees, all that I'm writing in my books, all that I'm mentioning in my video channel, which you said, yes, YouTube. So there is a channel on YouTube called Transformed You by Arun. The idea is that while I'm talking to you, people can still watch some of these videos and change their life. This is possible. So I've got 140 plus videos. So all that I'm doing today is not really linked to my childhood days. Of course, if I can share my background in a couple of minutes, yes. I grew up in a small town in the state of Jharkhand, very close to Tata Nagar. I was always a topper in my school. I had decided, that was my single, that's the power of vision. That was my single line vision, to always be number one. And that made me sleep for not more than 4.5 hours, if I recall correctly, in class 9 and 10 in my matriculation examination before class 10 examination. And of course, at one point of time, I also came first in the entire state of Jharkhand and Bihar put together, because that time both the states were together. But then, of course, that is about 1990s. And then I realized that there are people who were nowhere in studies, but then they had a goal in front of them. And many of my friends, classmates have been doing absolutely brilliantly well. I know one of my classmates who are sort of competition for me. Of course, in those days, used to look at competition with a lot of, aggression. Oh, how can this person come close to you? But then some of these people are well settled in USA. They've got their own companies, they've got their own startup, they've got their own organizations, and they are
Wow.
giving livelihood to hundreds of people. In comparison, I'm not giving livelihood to any person. I'm looking after me, my family, and of course, I'm helping in my mentees in becoming bigger, better, stronger guys. So that is a bit about my childhood days. And of course, then I did my mechanical engineering from BIT Meshra Ranchi, Birla Institute of Technology. Again, I studied engineering for 4 years, and today all that I'm doing is things related to life transformation, not much to do with engineering, except the fact that in my resume it finds a place where, under qualification section. Nothing in this world matters. Qualification does not matter, background does not matter, childhood does not matter. All that matters is whether we have got a seed to change life, to bring some positive change in the lives of people. That is the only thing which matters. But for us to be able to do that, we need to build ourselves up. Otherwise, why should people listen to us? Why should people watch us? That's
Right.
important. And of course, I did my MBA program in XLRI. joined a company called Tata Steel Limited. It was one of the, and it is one of the most prestigious organizations, but I had decided to break my comfort zone with each passing year. I think somewhere during those years also, I think before I came into contact with the coach, and before I changed the purpose of my life, I think I had this seed in me to keep on breaking the comfort zone. That's the reason why most of my colleagues are still settled in that organization, doing pretty well. I kept on making some changes, left a small town, came to bigger city, fought for establishing me. And then, of course, all these changing circumstances, changing set of challenges, this ability of mine to break my comfort zone with each passing, year or so, has given me so much experience, which comes when I talk to people, when I write books. I can write a book, I think, within 3 months, 4 months also, and that's because of the wide range of experiences which I went through. And of course, I think as I call myself, I'm one of the best learners. So while I'm talking to you, I'm learning certain things. I can see there is a picture behind you. That picture is about your book, right? There is
Yes.
a book, right? So I'm learning. So probably I need to read that book. I need to find. I think you told me sometime that the title of the book,
Yes.
the secret
The
sauce.
secret
This is coming
sauce.
from IT background. See, just imagine I've been in Pune, which is the hub of information technology over the last 14 years, and still I do not know the meaning of the secret sauce. So I need to learn something. That's what the message I've been trying to spread across the world.
Mhm.
We need to learn. While I'm talking to you, I need to see something in the background from where I can learn something. The idea is to keep on learning. And that's another message which I would like to share with people. Keep on learning, keep on
Wow.
learning. And there is so much in this world to know about, to learn from. That's important.
Right.
Because then only you become bigger, 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 and bigger. It's not about marks, it's not about qualification, it's nothing. It's all about our ability to learn, which makes us bigger, better, wiser, stronger. And then people start listening to us. Otherwise, why should they listen to us? It's very simple.
Right.
Please,
Very.
yeah.
Thank you so much for the wonderful insights that, yes, everybody has to be a learner and a lifelong learner.
Absolutely, absolutely, lifelong. Yeah.
Sir, as you shared that, yes, earlier you had a different routine, and today, even a Sunday or a holiday is different for you. So, how
Yeah.
does journey of self transformation begin for you from a regular routine, office going, senior executive with lot of office hustles, and now balancing the both? How does this,
It's a very interesting question because this brings me to a topic which deserves a complete book to be written about it, and that is the power of realization. We all have been busy living our life, and I remember in my childhood days I used to read the life and the story of Gautam Buddha and Mahatma Gandhi and many such people. People who have created transformation in the lives of people, who have changed the course of the world, and including King Ashoka, right? King
right?
Ashoka, who turned his life completely from being a warrior to
Very
being a kind of saint, and to being a channel of transforming and sharing the messages of Lord Buddha, Buddhism.
right.
So these people had a moment of realization in their life. That
Yes.
is the point here. We all might be having lots and lots of education and degrees and qualification, but unless we have got the realization which makes us discover our true potential, our true passion, our true purpose in life, we remain a mediocre person. Now, that realization can come at any point of life, despite the world conspiring against it. Gautam Buddha, his father, prevented him from seeing the realities of the world. The fact that people die, the fact that people become ill, the fact that people become old age people, all these facts were hidden from the eyes of Gautam Buddha because his father wanted him to be a king, because he had been told by one of the by the guru, by one of the wisest people in the country, in the village, in the kingdom, that this guy, your son, will either become a warrior or will become a saint. Or either way, he's going to change the course of life. And his father had conspired to get him surrounded by the beauties of life, so to say. But then, honi ko hona tha. He goes out and then he sees each of these three sufferings of people, and then he had the realization, and then he spent the rest of his life while trying to find the answers to these troubling and perennial questions, everlasting questions. Mahatma Gandhi, once he was thrown out of the first class compartment at a place called Peter Marisburg, and that's where my book is taking the name, My Peter Marisburg Moment. I'm talking about my such moments in life. Now, Mahatma Gandhi, had he not been thrown out of the comfort zone of the first class bogie, because when he was thrown out, it was 9 p.m. in the chilliest of winters in a place called Peter Marisburg. Just imagine the person who is ready to, sleep, and in this first class compartment, he's thrown out on the compartment, out of the compartment on the railway station where there is nobody, and his luggage follows out of the train, and then train whistles away. Just imagine the pain which he must have gone through while staying, while spending that whole night, while being in that remote, small waiting room. The biggest of life transformations happen while you spend the coldest nights in the waiting room of life while being alone. The power of meditation. I keep on telling people, why don't you meditate, boss? 5 मिनट के लिए आंखें बंद करके बैठ जाओ यार, नहीं करेंगे यार. They're happy watching what Netflix and Amazon Prime and television and Gold Star, I don't know what kind of stuff. They keep on spending time. Nothing wrong about this. It's all good. But then at least if you can spend 4 hours while watching WhatsApp news, and while watching WhatsApp updates, and while watching television, can you not spend 5 minutes, boss, for meditation? These 5 minutes have transformed the lives of Gautam Buddha. Of course, he did meditation for 10 years, and that is what is the meaning of getting enlightenment while sitting beneath the banyan tree. I always used to wonder about what is the meaning of getting enlightenment. What exactly happened to Gautam Buddha? Is it only he who can get enlightenment? Not at all. Every viewer in this of this podcast channel can get enlightenment, can get the wisest of ideas which are going to help him or help them in leading the best of lives, the happiest of lives. But they at least have to sit for some time. ठीक है, 10 साल मत बैठो यार meditation में, जैसा गौतम बुद्ध ने किया. You can't do that because maybe you've got a family. अरे 5 मिनट के लिए बैठो, but every day it has to be done. And that is what happened in my life. I kept on changing the organizations, and I was working. I started my career with some of the most prestigious organizations which had the best of practices. But then as I kept on changing organizations, I happened to work in one organization where I saw bullyism, corporate bullying, making other people work on their weaknesses rather than making them work on their strengths, where I saw people creating enormous fear so that other people do not tend to play on their strengths, so that other people do not start following their passion, so that other people do not start questioning the status quo. I saw these and more in this organization. I saw people crying in front of me. I was the head of HR. They used to come and cry in front of me. I used to tell them, okay, but I used to wonder, as why do these people not go back to their bosses who are making them cry? And why do they not exude their courage? Why are they living in this state of fear? Why are they complaining about their bosses? For example, the bosses are the bosses. They are going to behave the way they are supposed to behave. They have got their separate set of challenges. They have got to report the numbers to the board. Otherwise, they are going to be thrown out of their positions. They are doing what they are doing. But what about you? These guys who are crying in front of me, they had not taken a single action over the last 6 months or 1 year time to develop themselves. I used to ask this question. Whenever these people used to come and cry in front of me, I used to give them a glass of water, and then I used to ask them, can you take a break, take a deep breath? Tell me one thing. What is that you have done to build yourself into a better and a stronger human being? Have you gone for one course? Have you undertaken one Udemy course? If yes, have you completed the course? No, sir, sorry. I do not even know what Udemy is. That's what many people used to say. And these people used to cry and creep against the bosses, against the system. Then I understood, oh my God. Of course, I'm not making any comparison. Then probably like it happened in the life of Gautam Buddha, I started seeing the realities surrounding the world. And had I not left some of the best of organizations where these things used to exist, but they used to exist in a very moderate manner. I'm talking about some of these groups from where I started my career, being the best of groups. Had I not been made to see the extreme degree of suffering of people, the way it happened in the life of Mahatma Buddha, I would not have got to think about why exactly it is happening, what is happening. Why are people living under fear? Why they are not using courage? Why they are not working in a field which is close to their passion? Why are they not smiling? Why are they not keeping, why are they not spending some time with their family members, for example? Why are they always cribbing and complaining about against their bosses? They are in a downward spiral of negativity. And that changed my life forever. And then I started getting into webinars. I started learning. I started reading. I started watching videos. I started getting in touch with coaches. I started uh, changing my habits gradually in a very fast pace. I built 10 super powerful habits, which I think you also are trying to share with people through your morning programs, right? You have
Right.
started a morning program. And
Yes.
I practiced each of these 10 habits in my life. For example, today, even today morning, while the rest of the world might be sleeping because it's a holiday, I still have got up in the morning, as I told you, and then I practiced each of these 10 practices. Morning, affirmations, reading my goal, catching a pattern, pranayam, exercise, something which I'm going to do after this podcast is over,
Wow.
and gratitude, and so on and so forth. And these has changed me completely. This happened a few years ago. And then I got to realize that the powers lie within us. The same bosses who used to conspire against other people started smiling with me, because then they started seeing that while other people had a reason to get into the wave of negativity, this guy has taken it to himself to build himself, and then he's talking to me in a different tone.
Wow.
And then it became a journey of self transformation. And then I found that there are 3 or 4 basic sutras or secrets which people have to follow. And of course, we should talk about it. I should not pick up the shine from your questions, which are going to
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
This is amazing, sir. This is the self transformation journey is a step by step process, and learning each day. Each day.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Be
People keep
very
on creeping against the rest of the world. They'll keep on talking negative about their bosses, their manager, their organization. But then what about them? They will never look within. अपना तो हैबिट चेंज नहीं करेंगे. सुबह उठेंगे 7 बजे, भागेंगे ऑफिस लास्ट मिनट में, so that they are just in time, and then they will start complaining against bosses. First of all, you look within. That's the point which I've been trying to make, isn't it?
right. It is so simple, but still people don't understand.
It,
I get times.
yeah, it's simple, but then it's not simple, because people will be in the comfort zone unless they are thrown out of the compartment of train, the way it happened in the life of Mahatma Gandhi.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that, I'm almost sure that had he not been thrown out of this compartment, had he not seen this journey being interrupted in between, had he completed this journey comfortably, he would not have become Mahatma Gandhi. But the very fact that he went to South Africa, he saw the suffering at the hands of Britishers who had a different mentality, who had their eyes blinded by the curtain of discrimination, racial discrimination. Had he not seen all of this, he would not have become Mahatma Gandhi. Everybody has to see that moment. And there is something called destiny. Otherwise, Mahatma Gandhi would never have gone to, or maybe Karamchand Gandhi would never have gone to, or rather Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi would never have gone to South Africa.
Yes.
The destiny pulls you to a certain place, to a certain position, to a certain company, in my case, where you get the realization.
Hmm.
Mahatma Buddha was pulled by certain acts of destiny to the place where he saw these dead bodies being taken away, by dead bodies being carried by people, where he saw people getting of old age,
Right.
older in age, where he saw people suffering from disease.
Right.
Same thing happened with Mahatma Gandhi when he was pulled by destiny to South Africa, where he saw these discriminations in the worst possible manners. So yes, realization is very important. But yes, let me tell people that they do not have to wait for them to be thrown out of the compartment. They have to take some actions proactively, and that's where we are coming in the picture.
Very true.
Correct? That's the message we are trying to share. And of course, the simplest thing which people can do to get their realization is to start writing their diary. Simple, actionable. छोटी सी बात है ना, कितना सिंपल है. आपने बोला ना कि so simple, still people do not do. So simple an action, but tell me, out of 100 people, 100 viewers, I can tell you not more than 5 or 10, with due respect to all the viewers,
Right.
will start the habit of writing their diary every single day. If they just do it, and of course, we can talk a lot about writing a diary. There are ways of writing it. But unless they start doing it, they will not start reflecting on the day that it was. They will just keep on flowing with the flow of life till people say goodbye to this planet Earth. I'll come again, sorry, and then life is over. See, simple, but
Yes.
it's not simple because it is going to require pain of discipline to do it every single day. That's all.
Very true.
Simple. It won't take you more than 3 minutes. But the problem is that people are so much glued to the comforts of life, so much glued to the, delightful moments of life. They can spend 5 hours while watching movies, but can't spend 5 minutes while writing their diary. But those who write, they become Elon Musk. Those who write, they become the best of people in this
Very
world.
true.
Anybody you can take up. You can take the name of any successful person. They have been practicing these rituals.
Such a in-depth message which comes to all the people and the viewers through you, and this is really amazing. This is really life transforming. Simple, yet you have to push through that comfort zone is the
Yeah,
lesson, right?
yeah, yeah.
Well, my next question to you would be how, yes, transformation, you have to push out of your comfort zone. But did you face any challenges on this transformation journey of yours?
See, I love challenges. Challenges, most welcome challenges. Because see, unless challenges come, you will not be forced to think. You will not be forced to have a couple of sleepless nights. You won't be, uh, you won't be thinking the way, thinking of the realities of the world, the way Mahatma Gandhi thought through the night after he was thrown out. And that was a challenging moment for him, right? So
Right.
this is a metaphor. This can be seen as a metaphor. The example of a person being thrown out of the comforts of first class compartment can be seen as a metaphor. Unless this happens, people do not think for some reason. So challenges are most welcome. In my life, I had seen challenges, but I think of course, I won't say that I am a challenge hunter, but probably I am. The moment I see a challenge, I see an opportunity. This is the opportunity. Now let me turn the challenge onto its head and use it to my advantage. Be selfish. Comma. You challenges to your advantage. For example, if somebody throws a challenge by hindering my career. Suppose I'm just taking one example, saying that my communication is not strong.
Hmm.
The same day, I'll come back home and I'll get enrolled in 5 courses: communication, English, confidence, Dale Carnegie, whatever. Now, had this guy not told me this, I would never have gone for these 5 courses of self development. Now,
Wow.
this person has actually done it wrongly. I mean, the person didn't want me to grow, maybe,
Mhm.
unless he was a real well wisher for me. He did it with certain intention, but I have turned this challenge onto its head. जैसा कि मूवी सुपर 30 में कहा गया है, दुनिया वालों ने मेरे रास्ते में 1000 गड्ढे खोद दिए, वहीं उन्होंने गलती कर दी, पहले मैं चलना जानता था, अब मैं छलांग लगाना सीख गया.
Wow.
That is what I
This
did.
is amazing. This is
That is
amazing.
what I did. I can challenge all the viewers. Let them talk about one challenging moment. I'll tell them 10, 5, or at least 2 or 3 sutras or secrets of success which can change their life forever. Open. Absolutely. With
Wow.
all humility. Thank you.
This is so amazing. This is so amazing, sir. You know, even at times when I was getting mentored by you on the morning, sessions, and it was amazing. Each and every day, I would like to meet you, and for a morning dose, sir. And that's what I keep on telling.
I thank all the viewers of this podcast, and I thank you because I think God has given a seed, has put a seed within me to help people change their lives. I can say one thing, I'm just reflecting back on my life. While working corporate life, since I've been working corporate life over the last 23 years, there is something called 360-degree feedback.
Right.
And I've gone through some 3 or 4 feedbacks. I've gone through some feedbacks from people 3 or 4 times. Every time, one thing everybody has said, including my current managing director, including the current vice presidents in the current organization, that Arun, your energy level is absolutely 100 out of 100. I mean, that's what they say. It's not 100 out of 100. It might not be, must not be. But that's what they say. So I know this is one strength which is following me over the last 20 years. And if I do not use this power to enthuse people, to bring some change in the lives of people, I am letting this seed just live as it is. God has given me something, I'm not using it. And this is just one example. This is not about bragging about my abilities. This is about letting the viewers know and remember the fact that every person has got one seed, at least one seed within the person. Sachin Tendulkar has got the seed of eye-hand coordination, mind-body, mind-hand coordination. he is excellent in playing cricket. He can't be the best of our students. I think he also had failed in one of the examinations.
Yeah.
Of course, because he was playing cricket.
Right.
He's intelligent. But I'm saying we need to appreciate, understand this shit. The problem is that we are so busy being busy while watching WhatsApp news and while scrolling through the social media feed.
Right.
We do not have time for 5 minutes for us. I mean, this is crazy. I can't imagine how do people do this injustice to them. And they're talking about all the injustice which is happening across in the world. अपने को हम देखते नहीं, हम तो दूसरे को देखते हैं.
Very true.
फिक्र बन गई हमारी, उसको दूर करना. That is, and that's why I came to this field of. I spend my weekends while
Okay.
talking to people and changing, trying to help them change.
Okay. So, so your energies, as you shared, is keeps your spirits high and on the way, right? On the right path.
Yeah.
But at times, we because we are in a human society, we
Yeah.
are human beings. We have natural instincts of emotions. So, my question to you here is: yes, we those graph of are going up and down in terms of our everyday balance activities.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
That comes. I'm a mom. I would get annoyed with my kids on certain things what they do, but still, and you being in such a senior leadership role, how do you strike a balance? And what is that one thing which you keep a check on yourself?
See, it's a very important question, Vijeta. And nobody in this world can say that I am the source of omnipresent energy. Not at all. I'm just taking one example. We have to continuously work on ourselves. I can tell you very clearly that over the last couple of years, since I've been waking up early in the morning, my energy level has gone up. Now, before that, since I used to wake up late in the morning, my energy level used to start in the morning at a lower level. I remember my father-in-law, Dr. Nagendra Neeraj, who is the chief medical in charge in Yogram. He's the third most important person in Patanjali after Swami Ramdev and Balkrishna Ji Maharaj. You can go to YouTube and make a search for viewers. I think his talks are very, health inspiring. Dr. Nagendra Neeraj. He once came to Pune. He stayed there with us for 2 to 3 days. He saw me waking up at 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning because I had to leave for office at 7:45. He just saw it one day, second day, third day. Now he is coming from Patanjali where Swami Ramdev wakes up at 3:30, 4 o'clock. He wakes up at 4 o'clock. He has written some 30 books. Now these people have changed this world, right? Is because of energy level. Energy is at the core. And that's because they keep on working on themselves. It tells me, Arun, बेटा मैं देख रहा हूँ कि आप देर से उठते हो, आप ऑफिस चले जाते हो दौड़कर, आपके पास समय नहीं अपने लिए. आप पता है कि आप अपनी एनर्जी का वेस्ट कर रहे हो. योर एनर्जी इन द मॉर्निंग इज स्टार्टिंग यू आर बिगिनिंग योर डे एट अ वेरी हाई लेवल ऑफ एनर्जी with a so he said that you are beginning your day at a very low level of energy. You do not even know that your entire day is an outcome of the way you begin your morning, and your morning is beginning with very low level of energy. So you need to do something morning, do pranayam, do something, start having some kind of time for you, with you. Sorry, am I audible? There is something.
Sir, the video has gone on a pause.
Okay, so shall we wait?
It's from my end or your end. We need to check. I'll just pause the recording for a moment.
Your video also is frozen. I can't see your video moving.
Yes.
So great, Vijeta. I think we had a slight blip in the course of recording because I think there was some problem. And then, as you told me that the video is freezing, and then instead of, I always apply all the learnings on my life. So instead of asking you to check your Wi-Fi connection, I thought of checking my Wi-Fi connection, and that's where the problem lied. So I just changed the source of Wi-Fi connection. Always keep a backup. So I've kept a couple of backups of Wi-Fi, and now it's all good. So the point here is that we have to look within first before pointing finger. Since childhood days, we have been hearing about this adage that while you are pointing a finger on others, there are 3 fingers which are pointing towards us, and we just forget it. यार जिंदगी की सारी जो बातें हैं सारी सिंपल है दोस्तों. आई एम टॉकिंग टू द व्यूअर्स नाउ. जिंदगी के सारे जो सूत्राज हैं, सीक्रेट्स हैं, दे आर ऑल सिंपल. लेसन्स आर ऑल सिंपल. वी हैव बीन listening to these lessons, we have been reading these lessons since our childhood days. But then the problem is that we do not act on these.
Very true.
I've seen many managing directors, many senior people who will do things, who will believe in controlling people, and they have got their own thought process. I'm not questioning their thought process, but then I've seen many of these people who are not respected by employees. If they leave, nobody is going to feel bad. Whereas I have seen some managing directors, some very senior leadership team members who have got immense respect and love for them from the employees. ये तो बचपन की बात हम सुनते आ रहे हैं, जो कबीरदास का एक दोहा है ना, बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ, जैसे पेड़ खजूर, पंछी को छाया नहीं, फल लगे थी दूर. अबे लंबा होने से क्या होगा, बड़ा होने से क्या होगा, unless you are giving fruits and giving shade to people. It's simple as that. The greatest of people are those who are at least in some way bringing some value to the lives of others. And that is what gives you the energy. The energy which I feel within me is because of the fact that on this Monday morning, I'm able to share my thoughts and lessons with people. And even if people take one action, they're going to change their life. That is what makes you feel better and bigger. And that is what people look for. That is what other people like. Nobody likes, nobody wants to, nobody cares if you are a superstar. Nobody cares for it. Unless you are changing, unless you are having some impact on the lives of people. That's important. Coming back to this question, yes. So one has to do something every single day to maintain that level of energy and positivity. I do not one, not two, but 10 rituals every single day in the morning.
Very true.
And on a few days when I miss doing these rituals, I feel that my energy level has gone down. Positivity, energy, your sharpness of your thinking, your ability to speak, your mind and speaking, your mind and tongue coordination. These are all coming out of these 10 rituals which I do in the morning. That's what I've been asking people to follow. Waking up in the morning, meditation for 5 minutes, maintaining silence for 5 minutes, affirmations, then having the attitude of gratitude, so that we build the mindset of a person who is always positive, who can see the shine of light even in the darkest of clouds. That is the essence of living a happy life. The clouds are always going to be there. Literally, while I'm talking to you, the clouds are there in the sky of Pune. It's going to be there. But we have to know that after some time, sun is going to shine bright. Wow. That's very important. So these morning rituals are very important. So I work a lot on me. I can tell you one thing, that even in corporate life, for anybody to become successful, one has to spend more time on self-development than the time which one spends on corporate work, in corporate life. That's very important. And I do a lot of these things. Wow. I think these things which you are also sharing with other people, and I'm so happy that you become a channel for me to spread my message to people. And of course, we also have learned from somebody. It's all a kind of funnel. It's all the sources of realizing the energy and positivity. So I work a lot on me. I read a lot. I watch videos. I keep the company of positive people. I keep on introspecting. I keep on doing things which I love. I can go on and on while writing a book for 5 hours in one sitting. I can tell you. I'll just put some meditation music in my laptop. I'll go on writing. That's something which I love. So I follow my passion. I do my morning rituals. I wake up early in the morning. I do a lot of these things. And I think viewers can take just 1 or 2 actions. They should not get overshadowed or overburdened with these things which I'm saying. But I can tell you, you can see the happiness on my face. All of these are not pain. They're all moments full of delight.
Right.
Then you start feeling that positivity, feeling that happiness.
Right.
So yes, so one has to continuously work on oneself. Even now, I have got lots and lots of books here which I'm going to follow, and it's all full of. It's my library here. This is just one of the 3 or 4 libraries, because I love reading. So love reading, and then nowadays you can watch videos also, podcast. कुछ तो कर सकते हैं. Of course, your podcast is coming. Very nice, great.
Thank you so much. And yes, reading books is one of the key habits which even the successful people have, and we have also realized that it transforms, isn't it?
Absolutely. The reading book is like eating. So we do not forget to eat. लंच करना है, ब्रेकफास्ट करना है, चाय कॉफी पीना है, नमकीन खाना, सब करना है, रात में डिनर भी करना है, मस्त 3 बार खाना खाना है. बट यार दिमाग का खाना कहाँ से आएगा? दिमाग को क्या खिला रहे हैं? See, it's simple. If I'm eating junk food, I'm going to suffer from ill health, bad health. What kind of food we are feeding to your brain? ये junk movies, I'm not against movies. There are some movies which are life transforming in nature. The junk news, which is playing on the TV and on social media every time, on this gossip, movie gossip, page 3 columns. I mean, that's junk food for your brain. What is the healthiest food? This is cucumber, green vegetables, leafy vegetables, oatmeal or whatever you call it for my brain. That is important. That is important.
Very true. Very true, sir. Wow, this is so insightful. I can go on and learn each and every moment of the interaction that we are spending together. This is amazing, and I'm getting my green salad dose.
Thank
That,
you so much. Thank
that's
you so much.
that's really nice.
Thanks to all the viewers for watching this podcast, because that's important. So we are sharing this so that viewers can get benefited, and it's
Yeah.
possible. Any kind of problem, they can certainly change their life forever. Any kind of problem,
Yes.
relationship problems, corporate related issues, career related problems, problems related to health, whatever it is,
Mhm.
problems, we shall take you and turn you on your head down. It's possible.
Correct.
Let our readers start, our viewers start taking some actions in their life. The life can be changed. They can become 2.0, 10.0, 11.0 version of themselves. It's
Right.
possible.
Thank you so much, sir. One, question about your new upcoming book, which which you have been working so hard to launch it, along with your busy schedule. Yes, I know about it. And
Yeah.
yes, the ones in the pipeline also.
Yeah. That's an interesting question. So, when I had this realization, which happened to me a couple of years ago, I thought of uh, creating new channels for me to spread my message across the world. I made my vision board, in which is there on the wall of this room, in the same room in which I am from which I am attending this podcast interview, which talks about 1.5% population on this planet Earth have to get the message which I'm sharing, have to make some change in their life, and that is what will give me the maximum happiness. But how to do that? We all have got limited 24 hours every day. So then I decided to write books. I decided to build my YouTube channels called The Transformed You by Arun. Then I decided to be a part of all the podcast interviews. For example, this interview, I decided to coach people. I decided to build my presence on social media so that while I'm talking to you on this one podcast, there are other people who can read my books, who can watch my videos, who can also listen to podcasts. So I also have a podcast channel with which I had started my career. So
Wow.
that's the purpose behind writing this book. And of course, as I told you, the another seed which God has given within us. See, I think viewers have to appreciate this point very clearly, that people have got one or at least one seed. I said they have got more than one seed. I've got another seed which is that of writing. I can write. You just give me any life situation. For example, behind you, I can see this wooden panel. And there is a knob. I can just write a chapter on this knob and wooden panel, because this gives me the message of life, that life has got textures. Can you see this wooden panel behind you? It has got textures. Life does not have one color. It has got textures. Happiness, sadness, energy, positivity, enthusiasm, not so enthused a day. It all happens. We have to appreciate this fact of life. Of course, behind you, the curtain also has got shades. That's the way life is. So, writing is a passion for me, and then the idea is to let these messages go to people. When somebody is feeling low, all that a person is supposed to do is to just look at that wooden panel in the room and feel rejuvenated. That so what? I'm feeling sad. This is just one of the textures, one of the colors in life. The brightest colors will also come. This
Wow.
will also pass. So this mindset is important. So my idea behind writing this book is to change the mindset of people, to help. Of course, who am I to change the mindset of people? Everybody is a wise person, but I can become the channel to create a trigger in their mind so that they start thinking on their own. Unless they have this realization within them on their own, they're not going to change, isn't it? That's very important. Even my life changed once I had the realization myself. So
Very.
this book is named as, the first book is named as My Peter Marisburg Moment. You can guess by the name, just like Mahatma Gandhi had his own Peter Marisburg moment. I also had some moment similar to this. It's entirely different actually,
Wow.
but then I've connected different dots of my life, of the learnings which I have got from coaches, from books, from various sources, from my own introspection, from my own morning rituals over the last few years, and I put together in a book which is like a 350 plus page book, but each page is something which I would like to call as motivational thriller. It's an inspirational motivational thriller. It's going to be released. I'm trying my best to get it released on 15th of August so that people gain freedom from all their worries.
Wow.
There is
That's
a path ahead. Country has got freedom long back, but so what about us? We are still under the fear, under the shackles, under the chains of, begging in front of our managers. Begging somebody to stay in the relationship while we are not changing ourselves. Why should the person be in the relationship unless I'm changing myself, unless I'm the best of people? So
Right.
these cycles have to be broken, and then people will be happy once again. They are
Wow.
happy, they will become happier. That's
That
the first book. The second book also I've written almost 60%. So the idea is to release 2 books every year. And these are not run-of-the-mill books. These are books which people are going to love. These are going to change the lives of people. That's the seed within me. And finally,
that
I'm using it. I've appreciated this fact that, one has to work on the passions, on the strengths which a
wow.
person has got within him or her.
This is really amazing. This is really amazing, and I really wish you all the best for a successful launch of your upcoming book on
Thank you
15th.
so much, Vijeta. Thank you so much, all the viewers and audience. I wish all the best of days and happiness to all of you. Stay delighted and become transformed you. That's what the name of the YouTube channel which I've created is the Transformed You by Arun. Because I strongly believe in the fact that people can be changed. Everybody can change. Nobody has come to this world with fixed mindset and fixed destiny. Not at all. Everybody can change. On the contrary, you people will be reminded by many people around them that तुम तो बदल ही नहीं सकता, तुम तो नालायक है, तेरी तो किस्मत में कुछ है ही नहीं, ये गलत है, बिल्कुल गलत है ये.
Right.
And we have to tell these people that please keep your wisdom with you because I can get transformed because I have seen this YouTube channel called the Transformed You. Yes.
Yes. Well, before we close on this amazing, interaction, one promise I would like to have, because from you, these moments, whatever time we have spent interacting, is not enough, sir, for learnings from you. This is for sure. So we really need to connect back
Yes.
from your busy schedule and
Yes.
continue to share the nuggets of wisdom through you, because I know the way you connect. Because I have seen that changes in myself. The way you push, the way you inspire, it's really amazing. And yes, I really uh, get so much of my strength from you, and thanks for being my guru.
Thank you so much. I think this is a very kind comment coming from you. So I've got some other mentees, and some of them also share these thoughts. So that is the biggest prized possession for me. And my only goal is to see that people like you and others, they attain more happiness in their family life, in their personal life, in their social life, in their career, and and on the journey of their dreams and their vision. So stay successful, and certainly we shall. I'll be happy coming to the audience, coming to viewers in
Thank
future.
you.
Also, thank you so much. It will my
Thank you so
pleasure
much.
to come back. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.